Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Tier 3000. Not much has changed, but restrictions are tighter. And your great-great-great-granddaughter is getting fined. She had a house party last night.
What a bitch! I heard her. She was down the street, that bitch.
It
Guys,
is
we're not
the new
allowed
year.
to laugh online.
Yeah, we're in chains behind these lovely bars you see us behind because we're in the UK and restrictions have got tighter. But I tell you what, let me just ease some restrictions.
So's many people's pants.
Huh?
They've got tighter.
Yeah.
A lot of people's pants have got tighter as well.
Why are you attacking me?
Sorry, Llama.
I feel very attacked right now.
10 seconds. Calm the fuck down.
Look, we've got cats behind bars. When kitty cats go wild. Whoa.
I mean, your bars have disappeared now because I did relax the restrictions, but
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we're not allowed outside. We're not allowed
Now
to
you're behind
mingle. We're
bars.
not allowed to.
Now I'm
talk.
behind bars.
Yeah.
Here, look, kitty cats behind bars. What cats do in private.
Oh my god, has he got thumbs?
Yeah, he's got thumbs. Check him out.
Fuck, I didn't realize he was a Hemingway.
He's awesome, isn't he?
Oh my god, my wife's gonna steal your cat when we come visit.
Absolutely. I mean, like, he's a little shit, so no, I love you. Don't listen. I would never let you go.
I like him even more now. He's like, Daddy, no.
You're not
Daddy.
allowed any nice things with this guy, though. My curtains are like.
It's because he's got the extra finger. He's got to do something with it.
Do you remember the ads years ago, Craven Deal ads, when cats get opposable thumbs and they open the fridge and everything?
Yes! Oh, I loved those.
He was already there.
This guy, but he can't open the doors. It's Cloud that can. I call him the cat burglar. You sit in the kitchen, you don't even hear it sometimes. You turn around, there's a cat on the counter beside you, and you're like, fuck, where'd you come from?
See, mine work in concert. I only know when the cats are being naughty, when the dogs suddenly jump off the sofa or jump out from in front of the fire and run into the kitchen and just stand there. That's when you know the cats are fucking about on the counter because the dogs are hoping they'll knock something off and they can get it. So the dogs rat the cats out all the time.
That's amazing.
When my cats are asses.
So
Well, at
Right,
least
we're
now we
a
know.
gaming podcast.
Sorry.
Surprise!
Well,
I was going to say.
ta-da! 2021 has started off our first episode. We've already gotten into a tangent before we've even started. Classic
We didn't even
Gaymers
finish the
Assemble.
intro.
So we are back. It is a new year. We've got some great new content coming up. So this is all part of Gaymers Assemble 2.0, and it all starts here today with today's first episode 16, which we're going to be talking about some great games that you should be playing while we're in lockdown, or at least if you're in the UK, and anywhere else in the world if you're having some restrictions, working from home and all that kind of stuff. We've got some good picks for you as well. Speaking of the new content, we've got a new news show, which is going to be starting this week. I think on Friday is going to be the first one, so make sure you check out for that, as well as the Games Assemble Bites, which will be coming up soon, and much more. Got some streams coming along and some other bits and bobs, so make sure you hit follow, subscribe, bells, whistles, icons, all the good stuff.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Share the shit out of us.
Wow. I just went to a really weird place for that, so let's move on.
There'll be somebody out there for it. So, let's get back on track. Joining me tonight is the flouncy bouncy, fun Irish boy himself, Tigger Time.
Woo!
Yep. And as we've discovered earlier on today, there was a llama in the workplace, but she's in your living room now if you're watching us on the TV. It is the llama, dotted llama herself.
Llama ding dong, that's me.
Yes.
And as always, I've got to introduce myself now. As always,
Yeah.
I am a little bit ginger, a little bit gay, and the technical age of the channel. I'm the Beardy Gamer.
Yes, Beardy, yes.
Yes, Beardy Gamer.
How little bit?
Like, it's everywhere.
A lot of it. I'm a lot of it gay.
Oh, right. I thought you were about the
No,
ginger
I think
bit.
he was chatting about the ginger bit. I called him Gimli before we went on air.
Oh,
just so
that's
you know.
true. Yeah.
Lord
yeah.
of the Rings, yeah. I'm also a little bit feral as well. I've not trimmed my beard in a while. So let's jump straight into it. We're going to do this on a round robin. I do like round robin. I think it's much fun. And let's talk about some games to play while we're in lockdown. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Well, you're both mo's, but I don't know who to pick. Let's go with Tiggs.
Okay, so I've got my nice little list here so I don't get off track, because you know what I'm like.
Setting the bar high, guys.
Yeah. In the first 5 minutes of the show, we went on to a tangent about kitty cats anyway.
Yeah, it's not my fault. They sort of, whenever you love them. Anyway, so first pick, Breath of the Wild. So
Okay.
Zelda Breath of the Wild. If no
Right,
one
yeah.
has played this game and you have this game and it's just sitting there, you're like, just not got round to it. Let's face it, Lockdown 3.0 is fucking shit. It's pretty depressing. You go down the rabbit hole quite easily. And it's not nice. It's not like Wonderland. So instead, go to Breath of the Wild.
Oh, I thought you weren't about going down the rabbit hole in Breath of the Wild. I was like, yeah, that's true. That happens very quickly. Like you start off and off you go. But no. You're talking about.
Well,
the
it's like
lockdown.
it's going down a different sort of rabbit hole. So whenever I started playing Breath of the Wild, I actively avoided it. I used someone else's Switch to play it because I thought I was going to hate it. Open world Zelda. I'm not really a massive open world fan. Well, I wasn't at the time. And lots of people will say go back to the classics like Ocarina of Time and that sort of thing. And Zelda fans are really hardcore into those classic games, which are stunning games. But whenever we're all a bit sort of, I don't know about you guys, but I get sometimes a bit stuck in my head or whatever. If you're in that zone, you log on to this, you do the start area, which is a few hours, you can get lost in there easily. But once the main map opens up, the most amazing thing about it is you can literally go anywhere, anywhere you want. As long as you've got the right sort of like ingredients cooked and all that for your stamina and everything. So what I found was I work a lot, so I don't have a lot of time to play games. So I need to be like through the game. As we all know now, I just go round and round the house. And Zelda's a brilliant game for that. It's so pretty. And you're like, oh, what's up that mountain? I bet you there's a secret up there. There's a Korok seed up there. Fucking, it must have took me like 3 weeks, and I was playing it every night to get from the starting area to the first main bit of the story because I was climbing all these fucking mountains. And I was like, when did Link turn into a mountaineer? He's no longer a hero. He's just like, Zelda? Who's Zelda? Who needs to save her? She's all right.
Peach always needs saving. Go
You just-
climb mountains.
yeah,
She'll need saving again. It's fine.
Turned into
It's
a
like Queen
virtual
Peach.
rambler.
I know. He really did.
Gonna get
But
my
it is-
hiking boots on
And you get pretty outfits, so Sif would like it because you get to go shopping. But it's just such a nice switch off game. Even if you're not a fan of the Zelda franchise before, this is something very different. So it's worth clicking into and giving it a go. And it's beautifully put together. There are a lot of nods back to the old games as well, but if you've not played them, you won't lose anything really. And it's ultimate, like, just chill, put your phone on silent, have some you time, get Breath of the Wild.
I like it.
That's a good
I-
infomercial, isn't it?
I still
Yeah.
I still need to complete Breath of the Wild.
Oh, why doesn't that surprise me?
Beardy never finishes. Tiggs, you're being dirty again, aren't you?
You can't help himself.
So dirty.
Llama,
I took that with what
let's
the
take
intent
us
was.
out. Let's take us out the gutter because you know what Tiggs is like. Before we start
Right.
getting into a Peggle 2.0. Tell me about one of your picks, Llama.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'll start off. I'll preface this whole thing by saying Lockdown 3.0 so far has been pretty shit, right? Like, I'm tired of being locked up already. It feels like a million years. I want to go outside. I want to see my friends. I want to touch people. I want to lick them. Like, I want human contact. And this not having human contact is, as much as I thought I was an introvert, apparently I need more than this. So I've been really struggling. And it means that, like, my video game stuff, like, I sort of stopped playing for a little while because I couldn't find anything I wanted to play, and I was bored with all the stuff that I normally really liked. So I started going back. So I went back to a lot of the classics like for me, games that I really liked, that aren't new, that are older games that have a lot of nostalgia attached to them. Where when I play them, I'm sort of remembering like, ah, yeah, like I had a good time, and so it sort of has that happy feeling like prepackaged into it. And then you're playing it again, you can lose yourself in it, and
Yeah.
I found that's really helped. So the first game for me, I guess, then is Mass Effect, which is, as anybody who's listened to the show for more than 3 seconds knows, I am obsessed with. I struggled with Mass Effect 1, only because with my new setup and everything, and I have a large screen that I play it on. It doesn't look very good on the large screens. It's the graphics haven't aged well. Story is still fucking mint, right? It's
Oh
still an
yeah.
amazing story. So I played that for a little while, and then I moved on to Mass Effect 2, which is I had a bit of a crush on Jack, so that was fine. Um, and the graphics are a little bit better in that one. And so I've just been playing through the Mass Effect trilogy. It's skipping the end of 3 because fuck Mass Effect 3.
Fuck the ending.
just fuck them. But you just like playing old stuff that I know and I like, and it's comforting, and maybe it's a bit of control because I know what's coming. Because I don't know when
Yeah.
the lockdown's ever gonna fucking end. So I'm going back to play games where I know what's coming, I know what the story is, I know I like it. I've got a bit of control over it that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first game on my list. And I do want to say, um, just in case anybody else is struggling, because I know we've all spoken sort of off camera, and I've spoken to a lot of my other friends as well on camera. Um, a lot of people are struggling at the minute, so don't feel like you're alone. Reach out, and if you are in lockdown alone, you can reach out to friends online. And there's a charity here in the UK called Mind Out, mindout.org.uk, and they do free online only sort of counseling and help for people of the LGBTQ plus community. So I would definitely search that out if you need it, because lockdown fucking sucks, guys. We need to do it. We're gonna get through it,
100%.
but we can do it together.
And it is a scary step if you're stuck in that situation, but you'll feel so much better for it.
Mm.
So have
I-
courage, and we'll get through it.
Was literally talking to my friend at work the other day. We were talking about lockdown and everything else. And I said to her, I was like, I don't know what it is, but this time around it seems so much harder. Like, just like general stuff. I mean, I joke about the fact that I've not trimmed my beard, but I've not trimmed it. I'm just like, I can't be bothered. Like,
Yeah.
can't be bothered to do this. What's the point? Like, it's not like I'm seeing anyone or like doing anything or anything like that. And I was like, God, no, you need to get out of that, because that's a really dangerous, like, way to start going down and spiraling out of it a little bit. So it's like, tomorrow I'm gonna have a little bit of a pamper day and like treat myself and do weird. But
some cucumbers
yeah, and I think it's really
for your eyes, for the radio people. The
Mhm.
radio people, Jesus, the Spotify people. I think that the cucumbers on your eyes, not any
Anywhere else.
orifices. Just
Oh
eyes.
God. I was going to say send a picture of your pamper day until Grandma said that.
Those are for
Patreon
Patreon.
Patreon exclusive. But I think the reason it's harder this time round is when we went into the summer one or into the March lockdown, we didn't know anything, we didn't know any better, and it was like, okay, we're going to lockdown, we need to protect everything, blah blah blah. And there was no end date. There was no like, we're going to do this for X amount of weeks or X amount of days. It was just like, it's going to be done until it's done. And we had the summer weather, and it was nice, and you could go sit outside. It was sunny, and you had your gin and tonics, and like all the nice weather and all the nice things. But this time round, as they've gone into like lockdown 2.0 and now lockdown 3.0, they keep putting these time frames on it, and even like the revision on like tier systems and stuff. And it's like, in 2 weeks we're going to review this, and I feel like everybody gets really excited for this 2 weeks to come around, because it's like, oh, in 2 weeks we're gonna move down another tier. And then we've just had like 3 weeks of like things getting progressively worse and worse and worse. And I feel like that's what's making it harder, because there just doesn't seem to be an end in sight. But you're so right. There's so many amazing charities out there that are helping people with their mental wellness. and so many communities out there as well. Like 100%, you can find us on Twitter. Like, speak to us, call out to us. One of us is more than likely going to get back in touch. We've got some like stream stuff coming up soon. And hopefully some of that's going to be like multiplayer games. You can jump in stream and play games and stuff with us. Like,
Absolutely.
But nobody's alone in this, no matter how alone you're actually feeling, because we're all in the same boat. We're all like kind of circling the drain on certain days. Like, but if we stick together and if we talk to each other, like, we will be able to get that little lifeline out to people and like stop them feeling like they're drowning. Because we all have days.
Stamina
like
bar is low at the minute,
exactly.
So we just need to support each other,
yeah.
Drink our potions, get our stamina bar back up.
100%.
That's what we need.
And one way that I think we could do this is with a little game that I'm going to mention now, segue. Horizon Zero Dawn, Tiggs, which I know you've just recently completed.
Oh my god. Just oh my god.
Yeah. If you haven't played Horizon yet, it's one of the best first-party games from Sony of recent memory.
Oh, is it a PlayStation one?
It's a PlayStation one, but it is available on PC as well.
Oh.
So,
no, my laptop crashes on Discord. I can't play it. I'm working on it. Work
on it. Yeah, I think it's on PlayStation Now as well, so you can stream it if you have a PlayStation Now subscription. But it's awesome. It's following Pokalaka.
Is that a new Pokemon?
Yeah, no. It's I was going to say post-apocalyptic. Yeah. Pokalaka. Post-apocalyptic. So the world's ended and tribes have taken over, and there's these big robot dinosaurs roaming the land, and you as Aloy are trying to figure out your place in this world and why what happened to you, and it's a really amazing story about her journey and how the world fell and like how she's gonna push everybody forward from that point. Such a good game.
So there's robot dinosaurs.
There's robot dinosaurs, yeah.
So somebody was like, we need more murder machines, but we need them giant.
Well,
and with big teeth.
So I'm gonna go into very light spoiler territory. So the world ends, right?
Right.
And there's these super brainy people that know that the world's coming to an end. So they design a system called Gaia, which is an AI system, and she uses a suite of other AI systems to create things to reinvigorate the Earth. Once everything dies off, Gaia wakes up and she creates like these robot dinosaur things to terraform and to clean the ocean and clean the sky and like all that kind of stuff.
Tyrannosaurus Rex at the front, but he's got a plow on his tail and he's like fixing things as he goes on his rampage.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah,
that sounds like a fun game.
Yeah. Minor spoiler.
That is a minor spoiler.
I mean, fuck my life, minor.
It is minor. It is minor. Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't have a PlayStation. I'm never gonna play it.
It's a minor spoiler. Like,
there's dinosaurs with plows on their butts.
You could get all that information by reading a review. Like, that's not spoiler territory.
Yeah. Okay. It is amazing.
It is such an amazing game, and it's like RPG mechanics in there, and the way that Guerrilla put that game together is fantastic as well. The guys that made Killzone, first-person shooters for years and years, have come out with this absolute banger of a RPG open world game. It's so good. And I think they've got one of the World of Warcraft writers who used to do like the quest design and stuff for World of Warcraft, came in to do the quest system and some of the story plots for this game. So it's in good hands. It's a really good game. And I think it's like 80 hours if you want to go in and do everything. So it's a big old game to play. And if you play it, Horizon Forbidden West is due out this year, so if you get it done now, you're in time for its sequel coming out later on. That way.
And that's the dinosaurs that have the little irrigation systems on them, so they water the crops. I'm picturing like Stardew Valley with Tyrannosaurus.
It's literally like that. Yeah.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Fab.
Sweet. So, Tiggs, do you want to? Should we swing it back the other way? Tell us what your second pick is.
So second one is SSX. So you'll be able to get it probably on the game store, I think. It was one that I had a while ago.
Which game store? Xbox.
Xbox, PlayStation, should be in both. It was one I got a while ago for the 360, and I was made redundant at the time. And it was whenever I was about to renew my contract on my apartment. I got made redundant just before. My brother also moved over, and we were sat there going, what the hell are we going to do? We're going to have nowhere to live or whatever. And so we were looking for jobs. We were both a bit sort of down. And we got this. I was like, oh, forget it. I'm getting the new SSX. It's out on Friday. Let's just spend the day sitting playing that. Now, it's not like Tricky, which I think is the best SSX that was ever made. But it does have some of the same mechanics in there as that game. And some like the trick combos in there like that, but the backdrops that it's set to is quite good, and it's quite good fun. And if you do have a housemate or a partner that you live with or whatever, it's quite nice. Just we used to pass the control pad to each other and just do a round each, and it is really good. Some cracking music in there as well. Love games with a good soundtrack that sort of where you just sort of drift away. Gigi loves it too because he's crying here going, I love that game. Please play that game after this podcast.
Sounds like a promise.
I'm sorry to fact check you, Tiggs, but it's not available on PlayStation. It is available on Microsoft Store, but it seems like the original Xbox SSX3 is the only one that's available.
Well then, don't play that game then. Don't. Just fact check Tiggs.
Only if you've got it in your library. Play
oh wait,
it.
no.
The rest of them are shit.
SSX is available with EA Play in Game Pass, so it is on there. Otherwise,
our fact check got fact checked.
There we go. Double fact check.
I was like, I was like, oh shit, that's a really bad recommendation. When am I getting booted off the show?
Here's a game you should play that nobody can get hold of. Go have fun.
And we go back to Naughty Bear.
Fucking Naughty Bear. I can't believe they didn't port that across. God damn it.
I want to play it now.
Llama, what's your next one?
Well, now I want to get my Xbox, my old one, out and play Naughty Bear. I need to find it. I think it's up in the loft. I mean, I've got fuck all else to do. I might as well. So maybe next show I'll talk about Naughty Bear again. So my second pick is a franchise than a single game.
Okay.
I've been going through Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and Fallout New Vegas. Just jumping back and forth in there. I literally spend all day on the character creation screen because I just like that shit. But then I go around and I'm doing like completionist. I'm trying to finish literally all the quests in each area and find every location and do that. Because I've played them enough. I already know the stories, so it's fine. I don't feel like I need to find out what's happening next. So I've just been doing that. Interesting side note, in Fallout 3, it is super easy to storm the Capitol building. So the America guys, they got it right. Super mutants didn't even put up a fight. They let me straight in.
Oh my god! I think you just killed Beardy.
Girl.
I was walking around the Capitol wasteland going, this looks familiar. I think I've just seen it on the news.
Girl. Fuck me, that was funny.
We're so topical in this show.
I know, right?
Oh, dear.
In 10 years, they'll be like, what are they on about? I'm like, it's fine, child. My sweet child of summer. You don't need to know. We don't talk about it.
Yeah, it was a dark time.
Yeah.
Winter has come.
My sweet child of summer with its 4 arms because of they had the COVID vaccine and it's not been properly fucking tested. With a microphone. With a microchip. Bill Gates is there, making it walk around. So much fucking shit comes out the internet. Anyway.
Not that we're that sort of podcast.
Can you
Back
tell
to
that? Can you tell that we've not got together in a while because we are going way off on the random spectrum tonight?
Yeah, so Fallout. I've been
Mhm.
playing Fallout. And a little bit of, I don't know, have you guys, this is a slight tangent, not completely. Have you guys ever seen, is it Grandma Shirley on YouTube?
Is that the cooking grandma?
No. Oh my shit. Right. You need to Google Grandma Shirley. So, or Granny Shirley. So she is this amazing little old lady who's a PC gamer, and she plays Skyrim.
Oh, no,
And
I do
she
know who this
literally-
is.
She is fucking amazing. So we fell down a YouTube rabbit hole the other day and we're watching all of her videos, and she's just wandering around Skyrim, like doing the missions, reading the books, and she reads the dialogue to you, and it's like your granny reading you a story and you're going on adventures with her. It is so wholesome and makes me happy. So I got Skyrim out and I was like, oh, I need to play that now because Grandma Sure, I'm in it. And I'm loving it. And I'm just going around and reading the books and talking to people and not skipping through the dialogue. So I'm
Yeah.
like, next. I'm like, no, what are you saying? And tell me about the arrow
Tell
in your
me,
knee.
yeah.
Did you used to be an adventurer? I'm loving it. Yeah, Granny Shirley is amazing. And she inspired me to pick up Skyrim again. And of course, Skyrim is on Xbox Game Pass at the moment. It's the Game of the Year edition. So it's got all of the upgrades, the additional stuff, and it's got the mods on it now. So those used to only be available if you played it on PC, but now they're on the actual console as well. So you can download the mods and get like the enhanced graphic packs. People have done whole extra DLCs.
Awesome.
That's so cool.
Made new outfits, new weapons. Like you can play with any of them. So I'm actually having a hell of a good time on Skyrim, just exploring again because I haven't played that in like 5 or 6 years now,
Yeah.
probably more than that.
I've got Skyrim on VR that I still need to complete.
Oh my god, I want to
It's
play
so
that
much
in
fun.
VR.
Like just pulling a bow, like just getting the controllers and like physically like pulling the bow and like drawing this is so much fun. I need to finish
Well,
that.
normally I tend to always play like a sneaky character build like that uses bows. But this time I thought, nope, I'm going to be a proper Nord. So I'm like this big muscular woman with like a mohawk, and I've got 2 axes, and I just run around like double axing everybody, and I'm loving it because it's such a different play style than what I normally do. And I'm not playing the missions like I would normally do. I'm just exploring. I'm having so much fun with it. So yeah, again, old games that I know and love and feel like I'm in control of. I'm desperately trying to find control in my life.
I'm there.
Love
I'm
it.
there.
A bit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. So-
speaking of old games that have created new loves, I went to go play Knights of the Old Republic. So this is going to be like my second.
Star Wars Knights of the
Star
Old
Wars Knights of the
Republic.
Old Republic, yeah. So I don't know if anyone played it back in the day, but when BioWare was being a powerhouse, they made Dragon Age Origins, I think it was, or 2. It was like 2, and then it wasn't Inquisition. It was 2, and then KOTOR, and they started working on Mass Effect. It was like that kind of golden era of BioWare where they were knocking out these amazing RPGs. And they'd just done Jade Empire beforehand, which a lot of the stuff kind of transfers over into KOTOR. Anyway, so complete tangent. So I bought it on my Xbox because obviously it's available with backwards compatibility and everything else. But it's in that sort of like old CRT frame, like 16
Oh yeah.
Okay.
or whatever it is. I was like, oh, I'm not really enjoying this. Like, I want to play it on PC, but I know for some reason my PC just doesn't play KOTOR. I don't know why, it just won't open. So I decided to pick up or start playing Star Wars: The Old Republic again, which is the BioWare MMO, and it's free to play, so you don't have to put any money down. It's huge, but if you put down a subscription for 1 month, you get access to all 6 expansions, like automatically straight off the book. So I've been playing through that, and I forgot how much fun I had playing that game. It's your typical MMO, like go here, loot this, fetch that, kill this, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got that classic kind of like BioWare storytelling in terms of like there's morality, so you got light side and dark side choices. And I'm playing through as a Sith sorcerer.
Why does that not surprise
she's a
me?
fucking dick, and I love it.
she's a fucking dick.
She's such a fucking dick. Like earlier on when I was streaming, and I'm so upset because I was going to clip it to save it, but my stream was horrible. So I'm really sorry if anyone watched the stream earlier and it was a terrible mess. My bad.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. It's fine. So I'm an older on. I'm doing this mission, and this woman's got a Sith bodyguard who's this big old guy, and I'm like, I'm gonna fuck him. So like I do all the flirting, and then they're like, hey, we've got 5 minutes. Let's go off to one side. So classic like RPG, BioWare like romance thing. So they go off to this bedroom, come back. And he's like, well, that was satisfying. And my response was like, shut up. I don't want to hear you anymore. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. It was just like savage. Like, I have got my end away with you. Like, you can go fuck yourself.
I'm done. Fuck off, please.
She's such a dick. And I love it.
Oh my god, you're absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah. So I think you should go check out SWOTO because it's so much fucking fun.
I'm in shock.
Yeah.
I'm in shock at that.
I feel bad if I'm mean to NPCs.
Oh
yeah, me too.
Oh,
what did they ever do to you?
I'm literally.
I'm happy to grief people, but not NPCs. Like they're stuck in their little. Be nice to them.
I'm so horrible to them. Like there was the same woman, another woman that I tracked down. I was trying to get her to lure her old Jedi boyfriend. Like they were supposed to get married and stuff, and like. She told me she did the thing. She got him to come and visit, and she's like, "You can leave now." And I'm like, "No, I'm just going to electrocute you for a bit." So I choose like 3 options afterwards, where I just tortured her for a little bit because my little Sith girl's a dick.
So much. Is she like? I had nothing else to do.
Is she like some sort of S&M dominatrix? Is that what you're trying to do?
I feel like the Sith would be though.
She's just like a lightning wielding like. You imagine Palpatine.
Jerk.
Yeah, Palpatine, but with boobs. That's what I'm going for. Like,
right, okay.
Boobalicious Palpatine.
And she's got a little bit of like
that.
Asajj Ventress kind of like aesthetic going on. I'm just really upset that I can't get 2 lightsabers because like depending on your class choices and stuff, you can either have a single bladed, wield 2, or double bladed. But the sorcerer doesn't allow you to have 2 lightsabers. Otherwise, I think I'd probably go full Asajj Ventress-esque on it. So yeah, so definitely I think it's one you can play, and there's hundreds of hours. It's an MMO for God's sake, so it's literally like hours and hours and hours and hours of content. You've got raids, you've got PvP, PvE, dungeons, all sorts, so definitely go and check out that. And it is free. The only thing is with the free version, the XP is a bit grindy, but other than that, it's good.
Wow.
Well, I mean, when I come home from work, the next thing I want to do is log in and grind for imaginary money in the game.
This is my problem with some games. Like, I use them to escape. It's like TV. I watch stuff to escape. I have been an idiot this week and didn't realize that Star Trek Discovery was still going because I thought the 2-parter before Christmas was the end. And I got some notifications the other day on my iPad going, there's a new episode of Discovery. And I'm like, that's probably a glitch. That's probably from a few weeks ago. Log in, missed 3 fucking episodes. What a dick.
Oh, what a dick.
I mean, did the episode count not give it away when it hadn't reached like 20 episodes like it normally does?
I don't know how many episodes they normally do.
No, I
stopped me.
Yeah.
So am I the only one that like when a new season comes out, I always check how many episodes were in the last season? Because that gives me an idea of how many episodes are left. Like,
no, you're definitely the only one.
No, okay.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I mean, be busy, girl.
Some of us.
I like to get surprised when I'm like, "Oh, what's gonna happen next?" And then it's like a trailer for a show, and I'm like, "God damn it, it's over! That's it."
Yeah.
I like that. That's my favorite feeling ever.
Llama, hit me with another.
So my last one, this is, I mean, sometimes you just need to get peggled, right?
It's plain to them. It's plain to people what I did last night whenever I was drunk.
We were talking about our game picks. And for me, one of my favorite games to play when I just need to sort of switch my brain off and mindlessly do stuff. And this is a fun one because we can pass the controller back and forth between me and my wife and both play. Is Peggle. I love it. I love the graphics. I love the music. And so I'm like getting really excited on our Discord chat. I'm talking about it. And I don't know what Tiggs thought I do know what Tiggs thought I said, because he then responded by saying, well, you know, everybody needs to get pegged. Which, while not untrue, let's be honest, was not what I was talking about, Tiggs.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But if anybody actually looks at like my Twitter or my Facebook or anything, like fact check Tiggs goes to a whole other level, because I type messages not really paying attention to what I'm doing, like paying attention to what the words are, and if they all look okay, I just press the button, and then afterwards I'm like, no, that is not what I meant.
So yeah, Tiggs suggested that I should get pegged last night.
Get pegged, llama. Get pegged.
Maybe later. I was dealing with a sore tooth last night, so there was no pegging. And then luckily I got it extracted this morning.
Maybe you should
by a dentist.
Treat yourself to a post-dental peg.
Just I don't want to dislodge the little clot, so like just gently, I guess. Is this going into 2021 best bits?
Don't! Oh my god! Don't,
I actually can't deal with it.
Don't unlodge my clog. Go gentle on me.
It's sore.
Fuck.
What's our podcast about again?
Cephorius.
This is the queer content you needed.
Cephorius, our little lovely, is over in the chat and says that we need to go. You need to do a pegathon.
Pegathon.
We could stream it.
Oh dear. Oh. On that note, Tigalicious, what have you pegged as your last pick?
I see what you did there.
Well, I have I have three, but I'll go quick.
No.
Right, Kingdom Hearts Collection.
Yeah.
Don't need to talk about that. Talk about it all the time. Now is the time to play through that if you've got it. And I try to be a bit. You hear about the same games from me quite a lot because I'm a bit of a fanboy. So wanted to give you two others that would be something maybe very different to what you've played before. So what was that samurai game you were playing? Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
So, Tsushima.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a game that's been remastered and it's out on the Xbox Store. I'm not sure if it's on the PlayStation Store. Beardy, can you research? It's called.
Quick, Google it.
Quick. It's called Onimusha Warlords. So it was out originally for the PlayStation 2. I want to say 2, and it's been remastered, and it is hilarious. Like the main bad guy is called Nobunaga. I hope I pronounced that properly. And he's just so hammy. I mean, it's so funny. He's just like, I'm like, this is supposed to be your big bad. I mean, he's really powerful, but he's like, this is your big bad, and it's just class. It's about this samurai warrior that needs to fight off these demons. I hope they're going to bring out the others remastered, because in the third one, Jean Reno's in it.
So
he acted and
fact checking you Tig, it is available on the PlayStation Store and is currently on sale at £6.39. That is 60% off.
Yes.
Oh.
So I recommend that. So if you liked Ghost of Tsushima, you want something that's a little bit more hammy and a bit fun, go for that. Like the level up system and stuff's a bit fun as well. A bit Devil May Cry-ish, I would say. And my very last one is one that is on the Xbox Store for definite, because I actually researched that bit. It's called...
What? You did some research?
I do research sometimes. I mean, we've got Technomage / researcher. I'm the cheerleader with a big rack. I mean, come on.
They are lovely. I was just going to say.
Thanks. I put a lot of work
Don't
into
let
these.
Tiggs, don't let anybody peg you into a certain pigeonhole.
Don't peg pigeons, guys.
Oh my
Public service announcement.
God,
Don't peg
guys, this has
pigeons.
gone really badly wrong. Right, okay, and my last one, last one, Child of Light. Okay, so if you like RPGs and you don't have loads and loads and loads of time, there is a nice little RPG called Child of Light, and it's all fairy tales. Takes you through all these different fairy tales, and it is just the soundtrack is the composition in there is brilliant. I've listened to it whilst I've gone to sleep. Like, it's really nice. And the whole way that they tell the story, it's done in like sort of like an anime style graphics. Oh, it's just so pretty, and the stories are so cool. Like, it is super cool. And if you want something to escape and something that's a bit, because they're not like, it's not like fairy tales that we would necessarily know. It's, I can't remember. I think can't remember what country they're from, but they are from a very specific country, I think.
Most things are.
I'm on fire today, guys. I mean, seriously.
2021 is going to be our year, guys.
As you can tell.
So I just did a little research, and I thought I was right in saying this, but Child of Light is the one that came from Ubisoft and their UbiArt thing.
Yeah.
So you know, like how EA does the EA's Indies or whatever it is.
Yep.
It was Ubisoft's version of that, which unfortunately they don't do anymore. They don't do their old indie things with Ubisoft anymore. Sad.
Aww.
But you can still get it. It's
you can still buy
there.
it. Yeah, it's still there. It's
yeah.
The UbiArt thing doesn't seem to be a thing anymore.
I can honestly say it is a very, very good game. I really enjoyed it, and it wasn't super long, which was nice, and the storyline was nice pacing, and you were like, oh, what's this? I would never have thought of this. And the characters were like sort of funny and engaging.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely say check that out if you like sort of old school RPGs, and the graphics and stuff are just, and the soundtrack.
Combat's like turn-based, isn't it? If I remember
Yeah.
right. Yeah, because I have played a little bit of Child of Light. Obviously, I didn't complete it.
Obviously,
because that's my thing.
But yeah, it is turn-based. So if you like the old school Final Fantasies and stuff, and if you are like sort of looking for something that's a bit more bite-sized that you can just sink your teeth into, because I think sometimes you get overwhelmed with games, don't we, whenever they're massive.
Yeah.
Like, I certainly do. And if we're already feeling a bit overwhelmed with everything that's going on, it might be nice just to switch off and, just go, oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. Wow, this is new. This is tight. I've not heard this fairy tale before.
It's from a very specific country.
Yeah.
Beardy, what's yours?
So, I've got two to end on. And one is, I'm going to segue off your small bite content kind of thing. And go with Fall Guys. So, I don't know if anyone's played it.
I've not played it. I've watched the little game thing on Xbox, and it does make me giggle, and I think it might be fun, but I haven't played it yet.
So Fall Guys, I think at the minute is just on PlayStation and PC. I'm not sure if it's coming to Xbox at any point.
I'm thinking of Human Fall Flat. Sorry.
Human Fall Flat. Yeah, no. This is Fall Guys. So it is basically Jelly Bean Takeshi's Castle. So like you play as like this little jelly bean, and you're going into this it's like a TV show, and you've got all these obstacles and things. So it's like 60 players. It's battle royale, and each round you have to complete a crazy assault course. So it could be a race, it could be like working in teams, or it could be like trying to match up fruit and stuff. It's just so much chaotic fun. It's hilarious, and then the whole point of it is to try and get a crown at the end. And it takes me back to like sitting on those Saturday afternoons and watching Takeshi's Castle and just seeing like this just run of people like one after the other just turning up being like, I'm gonna do this, and then just fucking failing and falling flat on their face, and that is what you do.
I love it.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
It was fun.
And it's a great game to play with friends as well. So it was a freebie on PlayStation Plus, but I think like the actual version of it's not that expensive. Should just keep the PlayStation Store open on my tabs. keep opening it every time.
Yeah, I mean, what are we paying you?
Tuppence. And I don't even like tuppence.
I was waiting for that. I knew it was coming.
Oh, that's not how you spell fall. Fall Guys is currently £12.79 on PlayStation with 20% off. It's usually $15.99, so it's not even like that much of a cost if you were looking for something.
It's on
new to
sale.
Play. Pretty much on sale, yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Always on sale, yeah. But it's definitely like a lot of fun, and you can lose hours in it because the matches only last maybe 10-15 minutes, like, and once you kind of get kicked out, you can just sit there and watch everybody else failing. Like, it's so much fun.
I might die just to watch people fail, like just to go into the the over the shoulder mode and just watch other people.
You can also like grief people. So like you've got 3 things you can do. So you can jump, you can dive, and you can grab. So like you can grab other players and like move them around a little bit. Like you can't throw them off things, but you could, if you wanted to, Lama, you just grief people and stop them from like jumping and stuff.
Now.
I can see those cogs turning inside her head now. She's like,
how can I get a PlayStation so I can grief people on the Jelly Bean Takeshi's Castle?
I might do a little bit of a stream of it tomorrow or even tonight.
Yes,
I'll let you watch it. It's so much fun. Like, and like I said, you just lose yourself. You play it for like an hour, and you could do 10 matches or something. And if you can do it with friends, it's just fucking hilarious. Like.
It's always more fun to do it with friends.
Little tiny jelly bean just running its way around the course. You can dress your jelly bean up as well, so you win as you win matches or win points and stuff. You can unlock like cosmetics and stuff. So much fun.
Well, if we can dress up Sifson, so that's like 4 of us.
Yeah,
let's go shopping.
And then finally, a very quick mention from me. Another game that I know you've completed and I've not yet completed, but never mind. It's Death Stranding. What other way can we spend lockdown than living vicariously through the delivery service of bridges?
Like, can I just say, though, it might be a bit close to the bone. So whenever we went into the first lockdown, I was like, oh my God, did Hideo Kojima actually know that this was going to happen? Because it's very familiar. So, yeah, if you...
It is.
Yeah.
It is, I would imagine, like, in lockdown 27.0.
Yeah.
This is what the Amazon driver has to do.
Yeah.
Like, that's
exactly what it's like.
Yeah, that's the game.
But
also, if Norman Reedus shows up at my house, I'm all right with that.
Yeah, exactly.
He is cracking, and the cast were amazing.
Yeah.
Who played Fragile? She was class. I loved her.
So many good actors and actresses and stuff in it. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Kojima is an absolute fucking genius when it comes to storytelling, and his games are just always like chef's kiss. So definitely something to check out. Definitely something to play. Death Stranding Cass.
Maybe not for escapism though, because it is just more or less what's happening right now.
But
it's there.
You could Fragile was Leah Seydoux or Dukes.
She was awesome. I loved her. Cool. She was such a great character.
But you could take your revenge. Like, like as the Amazon guy that's always pissing you off. Like, you could go out there and you could
throw packages at people from like 3 feet away.
Yeah, exactly.
So true.
Like, it's on your roof, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. You could just live your fantasy. But it is so much more than a walking simulator and a like package delivery.
Yeah.
The story is really good. There's some great mechanics in there. And I'm actually hoping that he's going to make another one, but we'll see. And it's on PC now as well, so you can get all those gorgeous gigabytes and RTXs and all that kind of shit, making it pretty.
The one thing I'll say about it that I found quite interesting was it is quite a solitary game, and the way they put the music to everything was amazing. Whenever the music came in, it made it feel like you were actually watching a film, because the camera would go back whenever you went into an area. They put the music down here, who the artist was and everything. It was like an MTV video. It was like, oh my God, this is cool. But
cool.
It was so cool. And then, but the thing that I really, really enjoyed about it was you're on this mission on your own and everything. But if you're connected to the internet, people leave all these things to tell you where things are, what the best route is, or if there's BTs, which is like the scary things, where they are, and you can like them and stuff, and then that ups your ranking with the other players in the game and actually ups your stats. It is super clever. Yeah, it's really clever the way they've done it.
I was going to say,
really
So
like
it's
that.
about cooperation
Yeah,
and
and-
working together.
and in
Yeah, that's
all
how
of-
you get through a lockdown.
Exactly. And I was about to segue into it with, like, the whole point of the game is about reconnecting. So, like, you're doing this thing and delivering these planes. So you go across America, like, trying to, like, reconnect the world or reconnect America. I just think it's really poignant in our own lives of, like, you know, you're doing these things, but, like, maybe it'll make you think about, hey, let me ring so-and-so because I've not spoke to them in ages. Like, let's reconnect there and do all that kind of stuff. And the more you put into the world, the more you then help other players as well. So it's just like a really nice community, like, to do those things. And the like system in there is so much fun. Like, if you put something down that's helpful, like, people just like it, and then you get points for it, and then that gives you better stats and stuff. So, like, you get, like, delivery bonuses, which then help you be better at keeping the packages from, like, degrading as you're trying to get from A to B. Like, it's a really clever game.
Class. I logged out once for a couple of weeks and then logged back in. Well, I just didn't have time to play it or whatever. Put it on again, and I did my first delivery, and I got, you know, like, just the stats at the end, and then it showed me all these likes that people had done because it built a piece of road.
Yeah.
And it just went through the roof, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Aw, that's
I was
nice.
helpful instead of a hindrance for a change.
So yeah,
But yeah,
that is my last pick. Well, I think we've got some good games there.
I think we really did. And I actually asked the same question in one of the Facebook groups. So there's a Facebook group called the Diva Community. So if you're in the UK, you might know Diva magazine, especially if you're a lesbian or bi woman, because it's one of our big sort of lesbian magazines. And they've got a Facebook community. And every Sunday I do a Gamers Sunday post or Sunday Gamers post. And we'll talk about video games and things. And last week, I went on and I was like, look, guys, I'm struggling with mental health, like just being motivated to do stuff. So what do you guys do when you need to pick me up? What sort of games do you play? And the community really got behind it, and it made me realize, number one, that everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's feeling that same sort of feeling, so that helps. But everybody had some really good suggestions. Everything from, like, the AAA games that have come out now, like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Call of Duty. Chloe and Jane were both saying that they play a lot of that. And this one I hadn't quite expected, board games, but online board games. So Janet, Yvonne, Amanda, Sharon, they came up and said that they're playing games like backgammon, chess, Scrabble, checkers, games that I would normally associate with, like, playing in person. And I know you can play them online, just forget. And they've been playing those and having a really good time. And then a lot of people are doing the same thing. They're going back to the classics, the games that they know and love, probably for the same reasons that I am. So games like Super Mario featured quite highly. And I want to dig out Super Mario 3 again because I quite like the little raccoon tail.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong 64, Mario Kart, Sims, Civilizations, like the sort of build your own community and just make your own world games. So there's a lot of people in the same boat, and a lot of people picking games that make them feel good and that they can sort of lose themselves in. I thought that was really cool. And that came from the Diva community. If you want to join that, it's Facebook, Diva community. Search it out, join up. Great bunch of girls. And of course, we do the Gamers chat there every Sunday.
whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Any others, Beardy, from anywhere?
I've got no more, but I think just touching on, like, Llama's point, there's so many online communities and games out there for everybody to kind of get stuck in with and involved in. Like, it's so easy to connect these days, and I think we all forget how easy it is to connect. Like, definitely just reach out to people that you'd play COD with, like, because it is just like having a mini, like, looks like a date night, I suppose. Probably not the right word for it, but like getting just a little group of people together and like just playing a game, having a laugh, and like just doing something that feels a little bit more normal is so good for your own mental health. Like to just do something like that, play a game with some friends, like play an online match with something. Because I think there's loads of games that we could suggest like that's things like Destiny 2 or like League of Legends or any MMO, like that was the hundreds and thousands. You know, you mentioned Star Trek earlier. You got Star Trek Online. Like they've got a really cool Destiny thing, Discovery thing that's going on at the minute. So they're doing like a new campaign that's based on the Discovery timeline, which is
That's
awesome.
cool.
Oh, okay.
Like there's so many games out there, and they all have huge communities behind them that are happy to be there and helpful and help you way through all that kind of stuff. So yeah, such fun to be had. Such fun. Speaking of those kind of things, let's get into what you've been playing. So, Llama, do you want to go first?
Yeah. So, I mean, the games that we talked about, obviously I've been playing those a lot. And then the other game that I'd sort of given up on for a little while and then picked back up just randomly on my birthday just after Christmas. I thought I really want to go for a hike in the woods and I want to go fucking fishing. But, like, the weather's terrible. I'm in lockdown. I can't do any of that. So I logged into Daisy. Logged in as a little freshie, and I was like, can I gear myself up, get a stick, a string, I have to kill an animal, turn the bones into hooks, then I need a pickaxe to dig worms. Like, there's a whole list of things you have to do before you can go fishing in that game. Can I do that before I die? And I managed to survive 4.5 hours, and I was so excited. Like, I had everything. I'd managed to kill I'd snuck up on a goat with a rock knife. It shouldn't have worked, but it did. And I was like, I've got my stick, I've got my string, got my hooks, got my worms. I am fucking ready. And then I started getting hungry, and it got to the point where I really needed to eat. And the only thing I had in my was goat meat from the goat that I'd killed. And I cooked it, so that was fine. But I didn't have any water, so I couldn't wash my hands. In that game, the mechanic, there's a don't get sick mechanic, basically. So if you don't wash your hands, especially when you've got blood on them, before you eat, you'll catch a virus, and then you'll start vomiting, and you lose food and water every time you're sick. And you will, unless you find pills at like a hospital to take, you will eventually vomit yourself to death. I was nowhere near. I mean, I don't know where I was on the map. I wasn't using the map apps, so I have no idea where the fuck I was. I had no pills. Bloody hands. Now I've got a virus. Every time I eat, I'm puking. But I'm like, I want to go fishing. So I'm running. I think I know there's a lake over this mountain sort of ridge thing. So I'm trying to get there. And my guy's getting sicker and sicker. And he's going from running to like stumbling through the woods, like sort of half-assed, just barely making it. And then I puked one last time and died. And as I died, I could see the little camera like popped up to show you the death view. And I was literally like 10 feet from the fucking water. So I almost managed to go fishing in Daisy and did not. So that's the only other game I've been playing, is randomly trying to do things in Daisy that's not working.
That was the ultimate game griefing. The game was griefing you there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. And I love it.
Karma.
The game is ridiculously brutal, and I just sometimes I'm like, beat me. That's what I need. Just beat me a little bit. I don't know what that says about me.
Hurt me. Tiggs, what you've been
Tiggs,
playing?
what are you doing?
That was my surprised face. Surprise! I've been playing quite a few things over Christmas, so a bit of Tony Hawk's, Pro Skater 1 and 2. That's all right for a little bit of a checkout. I mean, I realised that it was that my favourite Tony Hawk's was actually Tony Hawk's 3 whenever I bought it. I was like, I'm going to play these games. I remember playing spent so much time cracking soundtrack, etc., etc. Get the games on. It was like, play the first one. I was like, I do remember playing this, but this isn't the one. Played the second one. No, this isn't the one either. It must have been the fucking third one. What a dick.
Oh.
But it is actually, it's quite a good, it's quite a good fun game. So yeah, a lot, like, I've not played them in years, and a lot, like, going back to them, it took me a while to be able to actually do any of the tricks or moves, and that poor guy must have broke his leg like 100 times before it's like, crap, this guy, how does he get up again? What's he doing? Is he the bionic man? So yeah, that's good for like a little bit of click in, click out. What else was I playing? Mario Kart. Finished Horizon, but we've spoke about that already. That was amazing. A little bit of Crash Team Racing as well, and a little bit of Super Smash Brothers last weekend, but or during the week. But that was quite embarrassing, really, because I got it on and forgot all the controls and everything, and I had it on for like 10 minutes, and I was just like, this isn't hitting the spot. This needs to go off. It really just needs to go off. I feel like a failure. Right, let's turn that off. And obviously, a lot of Rock Band.
Oh, of course.
Yes, there were a few clips, weren't there?
Well, someone on the podcast wanted to see some Rock Band, so on New Year's Eve, I was home alone. And what else is there to do whenever you're home alone?
Get drunk and do Rock Band.
Wine, kitty cats, and Rock Band. So there were some clips that I put on. I left the ones where I wheeled really badly off. But
even drunk, you was like, no.
no, we won't. Let's not say we did. So yeah, no, it was funny. I woke up the next morning in my bed surrounded by after eights. I got that drunk. Don't remember bringing them to bed.
I think that's the closest to the modern night out.
Yeah, that is
quarantine night out.
Yeah, quarantine night out. So I went to the living room, I played some Rock Band, woke up in bed surrounded by after eights, rock and roll. So yeah,
if you want to, if anybody listening wants Serenaded by Tiggs, you can find the clips on Twitter. We've definitely shared them there. They are worth watching.
Oh my god, they're horrific. I was like, right, but I need to do it. And my lockdown games I'm going to play, actually, I couldn't recommend them because I've not played them yet, is Uncharted. So,
Oh, okay. I was looking at, was it Jack's Party Box or something like that?
Oh, yeah,
they do some really fun games. Yeah, we play one of those on our Zooms.
So I might download that because that's on. Might be something fun for me and Tone to play together.
Yes.
The one that we played on. So every so often we do like a Zoom drinks thing with my friends, and I think it's called Jibble or Jabble or something. It's on Jackbox Games. Basically, like there's a question and you have to vote on like which one you think is the like correct answer. But all the answers that they give are like just the most extreme thing. But every round, one person gets to put in their own response. Yeah. So you've got to put something in that's really convincing, so that you end up getting like the vote for. Points. Yeah, it's so much fun.
It's class. It's such a fun party game. It is really, really good. Yeah. So much crack.
I think I'm gonna play that. And I need to play because we've watched everything on Netflix, everything on Amazon Prime, and I think I've watched everything worth watching on YouTube and TikTok as well. So I need a break.
Oh god.
I need a game.
Oh god.
Dear. Well, I've been playing some SWTOR. I'm not really going to go into that because we already talked about it as the lockdowny picks, but I also jumped back into Days Gone, which is the open world biker zombie apocalypse game by Sony Bend.
Yes.
But then I got distracted. So it is a really good game. I still haven't completed it, but I got distracted by The Forest. So I don't know if you've ever played The Forest. No. But I've super been into it, and I literally played it.
It was a really good movie with Elliot Page.
Yeah. I've not seen that.
No, me neither.
No. That's all I know about The Forest.
All I know is you've been going on about The Forest in the Discord, but just explain it to me now. I can see your face.
So, It's on sale at the minute at like £6 on the PlayStation Store. It's available on PC.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it's on Xbox. I'm sure it is.
We'll fact check you. It's fine.
I'm looking now.
He's fact checking
Good,
himself.
because I can't Google it, so I need you to fact check it.
I think.
Check
I
yourself
think it
before
is
you
on-
wreck yourself.
I think it is on there. No, wait. Maybe it's not on
Caller,
there
please
yet.
hold.
Yeah, I don't think it is on Xbox. Oh, boo. I thought it would be because it's on PC. Anyway,
Well, that's
never mind.
discrimination.
Yeah. So it's only cheap. It's a cheap, even at full price, it's like £15. And it's a survival game. So you crash land on this island in an aeroplane. You wake up, your son's gone missing, and there's cannibals around. So it's your job to figure out like where your son's gone.
Terrible flight.
Yeah, terrible flight, worst flight in the world. But it's your job to
0
survive and
stars.
try and find your son. So then there's all those crafting things. You have to kill animals, collect their fur, collect bones to make armor, like chop down trees to
Okay.
make shelters, boil water to make it safe to drink, otherwise you get ill, like, and all these other things. And all the while, like every day that passes, the world gets slightly more dangerous. So after like 7 days, these mutants come out.
7 days.
And there's three versions. So there's Virginia, the Armsy, and Cowman.
I've lived in Virginia.
Yeah.
I can confirm there's some mutants there.
Yeah, so Virginia's like this spider thing. So it's like a woman's body, breasticles and all, but like the face is just like skin. But then it's got like 6 legs or 8 legs, and it like raises the legs to attack you. But as it raises, like where your normal Virginia would be, is like just a giant mouth with like teeth, and it comes to get you.
Does she have like lady arms too?
They're all legs, so they're all lady legs. She doesn't have
Alright.
any arms.
She's-
Like a blob.
Well, that sounds fucking horrifying. I can never play
Sorry.
that game.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so the cannibals and stuff in this game. The AI is really clever because they all live in like different communities and have like families. So they'll like go out hunting together, and they'll kind of test you. So they'll run up to kind of like see what you're about and stuff. And if you don't attack, they won't attack. But the more you attack the cannibals, like the more likely they are to attack you when they first see.
Okay.
Like when they first see you, and so like it all depends on how you play it. So I've set up like this little base. I've got my little hut and I've got my wall that protects me, and like do all my little things. And I've set up all these things. I've got like zip lines like leading in and out of different areas, so I can go in and like forage things and just get out there really quick. But I've taken to just fucking griefing the cannibals. So I've been setting up like cannibal farming areas, because
Fuck you, cannibals!
if you kill the cannibals and then chuck them on a fire, like they'll burn out and you'll get bones, and then those bones you can then use to make armor. So if they attack you, then obviously you get more HP. But I've been setting
I will
up,
kill
like,
your
these...
family wearing your
Yeah,
bones.
exactly. So
Yeah.
I've been setting up these like traps to like lead them in, where I like kind of like stand in the middle, like, hey, come get me, and then they'll run at me, and like things will just drop on them, or like spiked walls will just like spring them in the face. Like, it's so much fun. And I didn't think I would ever be into a game like that, because I'm not really into like survival kind of things of like, go hunt the animals to cook the food to get the like health and stuff back. But it is such a good game.
That's
Definitely
cool.
worth
Oh
checking
no,
out.
I want to play it.
It's so much fun. And yeah, and then like I said, Days Gone. So that's like post-apocalyptic. World's gone to shit. Everyone's a zombie, and you're kind of like riding the road on your Harley chopper bike thing, trying to make your way through life.
Is that how you ride a Harley? What was that
I
motion?
thought I was
that they
expecting
put?
him to say horse, so I was
No.
going
Oh.
horse. Yeah.
No horses.
Let me do my Harley. Hang on.
Go on,
Not
go on.
Harley. Not Harley Quinn. Harley.
That's
But it's like the Irish crazy frog in it. Ba-da, ba-da.
Oh god,
So yeah,
that
and
crazy
then
blob is annoying.
in Days Gone, you've got the mechanic of running out of fuel and fixing your bike up and stuff. So that's the thing where you have to kind of all your attention and focus on. But
You
seems
guys
a good
like a
game.
lot of games that's like real life, you know, like dying of malaria over here, and I have to fix my bike. I just
Not
sitting here
great
going,
for escapism, really, is
Yeah.
it?
yeah, I'm just like, girl.
See, I think the way that I'm handling the lockdown with these kind of games is like I want to play a game where somebody else's life is worse than my own.
It's the same reason I watched
just,
Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah, just exactly. It's that thing of being like, well, at least it's not that bad.
Schadenfreude.
Yeah. So.
That's it, exactly.
Excellent. Love it.
Well, on that cheery note, I think that doth bring us to the end of today's episode. Thank you very much for swinging by and having a little chat with us. Thanks to everybody that's been talking away in the chat. Thanks to Sif for swinging by. Botuus as well. Oh, but there are cannibals and stuff in this game. Lol.
You wouldn't know the cannibals
Yeah.
are there. You keep murdering.
Well,
You're like some sort of genocidal maniac that's just turned up in their back garden and started stabbing people.
maybe I'm having a moment like
Poor
I'm being really mean to fucking Star
They're
Wars
like, we
characters.
just want to live.
Yeah, and hunting down the cannibals. They started it. SOM Solid, thanks for chatting away with us, as well as Dr. Marvel 204.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Dr. Marvel.
Marvel. It's like microwave.
Like what?
Microwave?
Microwave.
Microwave. I'm going to put my foot into the microwave.
Have you not heard about this with Nigella?
No.
So this is like a full thing. So she goes on, and literally the way that she says microwave is microwave.
Oh,
Wait, but do you think she was just taking the piss?
I think she was
Because
taking
she
the
said
piss.
it like deadpan, and I can't tell with British people sometimes.
But it's become iconic. Like,
all right, I
has.
never knew that. Well, I'm pretty oblivious to some things sometimes.
We refer to it as the microwave now.
Microwave. I'm going to start calling my microwave a microwave.
But you have
Like-
to say it in like a really sultry voice.
Hang on.
Nigella will be like, I put it in my microwave.
I'm just going to slip it into my microwave for 30 seconds and then ping, it will be done.
30 seconds. That's 15 too far, isn't it?
I know.
Not for Nigella.
False advertisement. False advertisement. Call the po-po. Trading standards.
I don't want to bang on the desk because the dogs will bark at me.
God, how many tangents have we had tonight? It's
Too
gonna be,
many.
isn't it?
Too
I've loved it.
many.
I've loved it. There's never too many.
But
Then
that's
we
what
went
we're
on
here
tangent.
for. That's what we're here for. We're here to bring you topics in a roundabout way that we get to in the
Eventually.
end. Yeah. And everything
Yeah.
else is just the flesh and meat of our cannibal bones. And if you come near me, I'll fucking roast you. And on that cheery note, I do want to get slightly serious though. If you are struggling, I know we've made loads of jokes and everything else, please seek out the help and advice. I'm going to actually put in to the YouTube description and stuff some of the links that we've mentioned today for different services and places that you can find help for.
Yep.
Always reach out. Friends and family are there for you. And we're always here at the end of a tweet. So make sure you reach out, get the help that you need, look after yourself. You're doing an amazing job. You couldn't fucking do any better. Like, it is what it is. We're all going to make it through. Next week, we'll be back with another episode next Sunday. Friday,
Yay!
we'll be here with the very first Beardy Gamer news roundup. So that's going to be fun. We're going to be sat here giving some hot takes on all the hot topics. It's probably just going to be an episode about Cyberpunk, to be honest with you. Because that's all the fucking news at the
There's
minute.
so much
Cyberpunk
unpack.
news. And also, I think next week is going to be the first episode of the D&D show, so keep your eyes open for that. It's exciting, isn't it?
Dungeons
Tiny Garden is
and
ready.
Dragons.
But as always, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram by searching for @Gaymers Assemble, and you'll get all the latest news and info on there. But until next time, say goodbye, Tiggs.
Bye-bye, Tiggs.
Say goodnight, the llama in your bedroom.
Good night, llama in your bedroom.
And I've had enough of this shit. Bye!
Bye!
Bye.